Hi, welcome back. Today we're going to arrange things a little bit differently. We want to delve into getting your specs right. Now it's such a big topic, we thought this is going to be much better if we just split it up into lots of different episodes. But before we get into each one of the episodes, I just want to introduce and lay the groundwork for the series. Why are we doing this in the first place? So everything we're doing with Do Fix Differently is all about trying to make your firm more automated, smarter, and get customers on board faster. That's really what we're aiming for. And getting your specs right is a really, really key part of that. So one of the things people always ask me is, why do you call the company FixSpec? And they all think that it's because it's FIX, fix the protocol. Well, of course, that helps with Google search ratings, and so yes, that is part of the reason. But it's also a play on the verb to fix. We want to improve the way that people have specifications out there. So we are fixing specifications. That's one of the key ingredients that goes into a faster, more automated process. And that's what we want to explore in this little mini series. So what is it that we want to try to aim for at the end of this? What do we want to give you? So there are really three main goals. If you do your specs correctly, then customers should be able to connect to you faster and with fewer errors. And that's really important from a revenue perspective because it means that customers are live and trading faster, which means revenue's coming in the door faster. The second thing is that you shouldn't be wasting your time re-answering the same questions again and again and again. The reality is if you fix your documentation once and it becomes documentation that people actually want to use to code to your API, then you're going to save yourself a huge amount of time and energy by not having to re-answer the same question again and again. And thirdly, it's kind of about not being embarrassed by your specs. Your specs are one of the first documents that customers ever receive from you. And it's not really good enough that people kind of hand over their specs and say, well, you know, it's kind of roughly okay, but the last time we updated it was about 12 years ago, and we know that there are some bits that are not quite right. Just ask me questions if there's any particular issue that you find. That's actually not really good because every time that you caveat the document that you're handing over, you erode its authority. And if the recipient doesn't think that there is a lot of authority to that document, they're simply not going to read it. So it's really important that you give over your spec with confidence, that you know that it's accurate, it's complete, and it's going to help them. And that gives them the impression then, oh, this is a document that I actually really want to read. Okay. So it's all about getting your spec right. As I said, this is a little mini series, so there are 5 episodes that follow this. The first one we're going to cover off the basics of what you should be putting into your specification. And the second one we're going to talk about context and explaining message context. The third one is about how to bring your specs to life. The fourth one is describing change and what's changed between one version and another version. And in the last episode, I'm actually going to give you a little bit of homework, some next steps to actually go away and start the process of updating your documentation. So buckle in and see you in the next episode for the basics of how to do your spec.